Daytona Beach, a place where racing legends are made. Now Dodge introduces a new legend, Dodge Daytona Turbo Z, a sleek, efficient, turbocharged, four-cylinder front-wheel drive performance car that has now established NASCAR speed records for its class. The new Dodge Daytona Turbo Z, coming this fall.
All right, working on the 84 Turbo Z. Kevin got the seats out while I was en route. And we did get a couple of seats off of our buddy Bruce. Remember I said I had to replace some of the floor, and I knew it was soft, but there's nothing there, man. It's worse than I thought it was. It always is worse than you think it is. So what we have here, though, is a floor pan from a K-base vehicle. So this floor pan was cut out of a wrecked car many years ago, and this is from, I believe, an A-body. Find something to work with. See the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm actually not coaching you. I'm telling myself this so that I don't go out in the field and shoot myself. I didn't want a rusty bucket, but I got a rusty bucket. Think the driver's side's as bad? Probably. Anyway, that's what we have to work with up here. And, you know, none of us are really driving across the country to find these cars either. I mean, would you go drive 3,000 miles to pick up a $500 car, even if it weren't rusted, and drag it back to the Rust Belt so you can say, hey, look, I have a non-rusty car. It's worth $1,500. It's a hobby of nobility. It's a hobby of foolishness. It's a hobby of money pit. But we call that love. So it's definitely not a hobby of somebody who's reasonable, somebody who's watching their wallet, somebody who's watching their time. Ready to remove because this car's a waste. Some more of this floor. Well, the brace, the front seat brace. So I've drilled all the pinch welds out. So what I'm going to do is, because the front of this and back here, this flange is turning the camera on. This flange is, get you some light. Flange is gone. Oh, what's that? Oh no, that's the okay, well we'll keep that. That's the inside of that right there, so we'll have to put that back on. And the reason I have to put that back on is I don't have this piece from a Daytona. I have this piece from the Dodge Spirit, but the profile, the floor is the same. So I'm going to cut this out here, and I'm going to sister this together with the donor flange as much as I can from the Dodge Spirit part. Now it's different right here on the Dodge Spirit than the Daytona, but hopefully I have enough of the part along the floor that won't matter, or I can stretch it up or something. But I have to use this. That is all I have. So I'll probably cut it along here. I'll layer them on top so you guys can see it, what it looks like going together. But there's definitely going to be some trickery and tomfoolery on this end with the damages underneath it. Looks like a little mouse house. Ooh. This keeps getting better and better. Alright, I got, what day is today? It's November 27th, I think. And this car is not ready. I was trying to slap some floors in it as fast as possible, you know, because I want to drive it to the rally, or on the rally. I kind of have some type of flooring in it now. I got to fix a couple holes. It's hard for me to just kind of, you know, do it halfway when I could be doing it the right way, but I'm out of time. But man, I still fight with, you know, wanting to finish it all the way. I'm going to have to really force myself to just seal it. so I can put the floor in it today. I know I planned on doing it the other day, but I got to put the floor in it today, or the seats in the interior, put the interior back together so I can sit in it and drive it. I do have new seats. We put the gas tank in it. Sorry if it's loud. I finally got the turbine heater working. I did put a new gas tank in it. Grab a light. I did put a new gas tank in it. I actually had my buddy Steve come by and he helped out with that. So we got a brand new gas tank in it. It was pretty gross inside the other one. It's over yonder, but we're not gonna take a look at it. Just trust me, it's gross. We robbed the sending unit out of another tank that we found up in Raccoon Lodge. We made a mat on top of the tank out of some old inner tube. You know, you don't want to put the metal tank, strap it in and put the metal tank against the metal floor. It does, you know, you're holding the tank up against the floor and it'll vibrate and wear through, and you don't want to do that. So the old cardboard mat that these come with, it wasn't coming off the old tank in one piece. So piece of rubber inner tube, that'll do her. Got to hook up the fuel lines, I think, there. Replace the fuel filter, which is, oh look, there's a hole. You didn't see that, but I will fix that one day. Fuel filter is right in there. We'll do that. I never looked at the brakes. Crossing my finger on that one. What else? Yeah, like I said, we're gonna finish putting this floor in, and good enough. I mean, that's not going anywhere. Done. So, you know, if you put enough of that over your welds, somebody will think you really know what you're doing. Like, wow, that looks great. Yeah, it's like, you know, painters and plasterers, right? So, yeah, we can close those seams. You know, 30 seconds of an inch or 3 inches. That'll cover it. Contour of the floor is the same. Which one's driver? This side's driver of the Spirit. So we can see the difference in the floor supports of the Spirit, right? These holes are not in exactly the same spot, but they're close. But this contour here on the floor is the same. So we're gonna go zoop, we're gonna zip that off and tack it on the front of that bad boy. And you can see in the, at least in the Spirit, I don't know if this is true for all the newer cars, at one point maybe they migrated them all to this style. I don't know, you guys tell me. All the Dodge guys might know, front wheel drive Dodge guys might know. From just faced to this, or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they maintained several different boot or seat straps, I don't know. You could also see how this bends up sharper than the Daytona is more this way, the Spirit is more this way, because the tunnel stood more proud on the Spirit. Yeah, I know I called it a trans tunnel in earlier clips. I know it's not a trans tunnel, there's no trans in it. What are we going to call it? The tunnel? Trans tunnel. You know what I'm talking about. Shut up. So anyway, I'm going to set this in there, and we're going to probably set this in the car. I'm going to cut this off the front, and then I'll tack it on. You know, with this sitting in the car, I'll just use the floor and these divots here, right here. It's the same, to fit in the floor, and that'll keep me aligned at least from here over before the bend starts. And somebody was already in here and fixed it. We're gonna leave that, that's fine. But over here, there's a plate that goes in behind and has a nut, a captured nut, but it's not captured, it's actually just welded on the back of a plate. So I'll put this over top of that, because it looks like I got enough meat to come up over top of that, and then I'll re-drill the holes using this as a template, because I'm not gonna, I'll probably cut out the rough stuff, but I'll probably leave the rest of that. We're just gonna face it. We don't have to butt weld it, we can just face it, and the seat will fit, you know, over top of that, and give me my seat support. Hopefully, if that goes well, I have to fix a intermittent run problem that it's developed. I think it's the computer though. I think it's the TPS still flaking out on it, because I did have a power loss light on immediately when I started it, and moved it in here, and then it wouldn't run again. Pretty certain it's not the fuel pump. You know, I probably should have checked that when I had it out. That is a new pump, but it's an $8 Amazon pump. How bad could it be? Anyway, that's enough talking. Probably going to cut most of this out. I'm going to get to work. See, oh, look at that. Last year, 11. So I believe that's, I think the car was in, from what I can tell is, looking at the VIN right there, if anybody cares to look it up, it's not a secret. Looking at the VIN, I can see that it was in Pennsylvania, so it was probably in Pennsylvania 2010, and then it got its sticker until 2011, but then it came to Ohio, and it looked like it put on a few thousand miles in Ohio from then to 2014. Then it was traded in, sat on death row, and the guy I bought it from, he worked at that dealership, and that's where he got this car from. But he never, he didn't put any miles on it, because then it immediately broke or wouldn't run or whatever, which again was the pickup coils. So so we can say really, well, we had the temp tag. We know it was driven till about 14, but even between 11 and 14, it only had a few thousand miles put on it. The floors are slapped in. Not perfect, but good enough. And I think it's not going to leak. I think this front left corner came out okay. Actually, I had to build it from scratch. And I'll have to come back one day and redo the trans hump, formerly known as transmission tunnel. Just tunnel. But that's it. I just threw a coat of candy on there just to, give it the OEM effect with the stainless and the seal everywhere. So I'm going to throw in the old insulating carpet that was in here. It's pretty bad. It has rust stuck on the bottom of it, but it's nice and thick, and it's actually, I believe, the cause, the sponge that held the water in there. But now that we're sealed tight, we shouldn't have to worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to throw this in there, and it should look like something now, hopefully. I'll do this again if I have to on another car, but what would I do differently? Take it more apart. But again, this was a rest job. This wasn't a restoration. But anyway, let's slap it together. What's that, bud?
You use a worm drive here?
Yeah.
Did you measure that cut?
Yes. Measure once, cut twice.
The car's actually up on a lift, but Brian is so big that he still has to lay down.
Helps it bind.
What clamps were you using?
You just asked the worm group.
I know, I didn't
Here,
hear it,
New
though.
one.
I asked for them, but nothing happened. I think this is quarter. Is this quarter inch?
That's quarter inch, yeah.
That thing fit?
Maybe.
Oh.
Well, if we drop the axle, I have the axle lifted so that we could get the tank in and out.
Well, just,
What do you need, bud? You want the nut driver?
it's not quarter, though.
Is it 6? No, it's quarter.
No, it's not.
Oh.
9/32.
Oh boy. About 9/32 my eye.
Thanks.
Over, under. I gotta get a close up. I don't know how you could stand to be under there the way you are for so long. I told you.
Sure that's a quarter?
That's 9. No, Dean.
No, you gave me 9/30. I need quarter. I had 9/32.
Oh my God.
You're killing me.
You're killing me. This was quarter. Alright, hang on. Okay, the car's back on the ground. Gas tank's in it. New fuel lines. Put the interior somewhat back in it with the new seats from Bruce. The seats, driver's side seat's a little rough, but the passenger seat's pretty good and soft. Floors in, don't have any to trim in yet. I don't know if the lights get in here or not. But we got floors, man, and the seat's not broken, doesn't move. Really happy with it so far. Let's see if it starts. Close the door. Fix the tachometer. Neutral. Got a high idle though. I gotta fix that. It's like almost seems like the IAC is stuck or there's a vacuum leak. But I'm on the brake light because either I have no brake pressure or the e-brake is all the way down. see. It's because I have no brake pressure, I think. I broke those lines. We'll figure that out. Gotta go down to the other shop. Talk to Brian. Greg's here. Actually, Plan C car? We'll have to talk to a certain club member. This car is actually pretty good. This one's had new quarters put on. I know it's not like, but anyway, I'm coming down here to the other shop to talk to. We're gonna need some of these line nuts when I got out there, so I'll see what these guys are doing.
What are you filming under there?
What are you guys doing?
I'm standing.
Yeah, this last one, you know the routine, flaring brake lines on a car. At least you got this fancy tool to do it. So can I do it one-handed? I don't know. Is that gonna land in the center? Got him. Now this tool, everybody has these tools. The thing that sucks about this tool is how do you get that out? Do you just pull it out? Or you stick your finger in the back? That's what I do. But it's like a finger guillotine on the back. So as soon as I stick my finger in there, I want to scrape it and cut it. Alright, so that's half the flare. You ever do this one-handed on your back while holding the camera and holding your head up? But you haven't. It sucks. I am never going to do brake lines or buy another rally car for Lemons that needs brake lines. Last words. Look at that. I didn't even forget to put the nut on before I flared it. So congrats to me. All right, one of the things you got to do in preparation for the trip is the rally, that is change all these tires. I don't know how old they are, but they are dried, cracked. Oh, they're also mismatched, but not that that bothers me, but I'm going to be gone for a little while, so obviously I don't want to be having a blowout. So I ordered some Amazoni tires here. These things are the cat's pajamas. That's right, baby. Starfires. 195 60 15s. Went with the OEM spec. Did not go with the optional tire size. But that's it. So we're going to use this old school Coates rim clamp and swap out some wheels. All right, it's crunch time. Got to do struts and a half shaft and a timing belt. Just did some fuel line. Oil's changed. What else? This strut is actually stuck. When I lifted it up, there was no droop, and I pulled the car in the garage, and I could tell that the car was leaning away. So, yeah, that strut. And then I banged on it after we lifted it up, and the wheels started dropping. The spring is not broken. The strut is actually stuck. So I've never seen that before, but whatever. It is what it is, and I got new struts coming this way as fast as possible. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty good. I almost tripped. I got a half shaft leaking on the driver's side. Of course, it's the seal that is inset into the differential, so it's hard to reach in and yank it out. But I think we got one in stock. Various loose bolts. This head's been off of it before. Missing a lot of bolts. Most of these bolts weren't even tight. It's missing a bolt in the front and a bolt in the back, and it still wasn't even leaking oil too bad. The power steering pump is loose. There's mismatched bolts. There's non-factory clamps all over all the turbo hoses, so somebody's been playing in there before. This boot on this half shaft is bad. As you can see, so that one's clicking. We're gonna pop off the timing belt now. A little trick I use. A lot of people are like, oh, you got E-Torx. I don't have a socket for that. Well, you kind of don't need a E-Torx. It's a 6-pointed bolt, and really it's just a regular bolt that has little divots in between each point. Guess what? 8mm magic. So get that tapped on there a little bit because it's crusty, but that'll zip that right off. 8mm 6 points. I don't know why people freak out about E-Torx. Takes a 6 point. You shouldn't have anything else in your toolbox besides a 6 point socket anyway, or else they're nut rounders, nut lathes. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to work. All right, that's the new belts installed. It's your typical 2.2 belt install. There was no charge in the compressor, so nothing leaked out. Well, leaked out today. It had already leaked out once upon a time. So we're all good. Yeah, they're not exactly lined up right now because I kind of rotated it while I was tensioning the belt, but pretty good. Got just the right amount. You cannot twist it more than halfway on the long side. That's how I always knew to test it. I don't know if that's right or whatever, but that's how I always knew. That's a hair tighter than the old one was. The old one's actually in pretty good shape. Steve D must have changed it whenever they did whatever they did to this engine. I'm assuming it was a head gasket. But all right, put it back together all the way. I am going to save the AC stuff though. I do want it to work one day. All right, what day is today? Monday. Monday we're leaving to get to somewhere in Scranton, Pennsylvania. We gotta meet everybody up at the Hampton Inn Hotel the night before the Lemons Rally starts. So the Daytona's ready to go. Here's the mileage, 57,997 on the Odo. Really had to struggle with the wiper. Oh, there's a spider I just killed. Really had to struggle with the wipers, but they're all new bushings and arms are installed and straightened out, and they work now. But that was caused me some grief. All right, so we're on the way. Probably just shoot some traveling clips along the way, Jack. Sound good? All right. Boom, we made it. The car farm is in PA. Chrysler guys. Yep. 58 Chryslers here from the last rally, Rust Belt Ramble rally. They live in the area and they're not coming on this rally, but here they are. This car's awesome. I love this car. I want this car. They look like a old jazz band driving it. Still no park. Hill Chuck. Cool. Here we are. It's the morning of the start of the rally. I'm driving in with a couple of our ralliers. This is actually my second attempt because just about 15 minutes ago I broke down right on this spot. I was coming up this hill in this car and I just lost all power. What do you suppose it was? Well, I believe it was I was out of gas. After that hill climb, just didn't make it. Just starved the pump, I guess, and that was it. And so luckily I was able to turn around, coast backwards, and I knew there was a gas station way down at the bottom of the hill. And by the time I coasted down to the bottom of the hill, I was able to get the fuel system primed and started back up. So we'll be pulling in here shortly, I believe, at the start of the rally. So I noticed my throttle was returning a little slow. There should be a spring here. It was here before, so surely it must be around. Here it is. Oh, sweet, and it's still intact. Put it back on. Be good to go. There we go. Lost my throttle spring. There we go. All better. All right, I'm checked in at the Lemons Rally retreat from Moscow. We're in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Let's check out some of the rides. You guys know how to say tits in Russian, right? Siski. Siski.
On our Russian spelling.
Atsosi.
Atsosi.
Atsosi. Atsosi.
Atsosi.
At.
Atsosi.
Sosi.
Atsosi.
No she. Si.
Atsosi.
Close. Atsosi.
Russian's so hard to speak.
No, it would swallow my candy. That's a good one. But yeah. Mudak. They don't call a Russian guy Mudak. But anytime somebody does something stupid, go out Mudak. These dumbasses. Mudak.
I had a friend in college that took Russian just to learn how to swear in Russian.
Oh, that's why I did it.
It was the best language for swearing.
I used to work with Russians, so I used to like to.
That's all you could learn.
Well, I had to because I was like, are they talking about me?
Oh yeah, you never know, right?
I never know. Now I do. Anytime I hear Mudak, I knew they were talking about me.
This was a 1.5 ton.
That was a bigger truck.
I'll go with you.
They may ask you a question.
Oh, no. What I'm going to do is we're going to get a G.
Got another K-car derivative, a Peabody. Oh, stinking Lincoln. Another stinking Lincoln. These nuts. A Cougar. Wasn't what I had in mind, but all right. A Mayhem Magnum, a little roadkill motif. This is pretty funny. A lot of ridiculous crap. Sweet Ute, bro. Good job. It's fantastic. BCR repair and mammography. That's perfect. That's a good one. Peugeots. Oh, 2 Peugeots. Good. It's Astrovan self-tap to another chassis. That's funny. Is it the Valiant?
That's my car, yes, the real car.
Okay, so you rebodied it.
I rebodied it with the little tank car. Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, one of the reasons I wanted to the oil that replaced it is really running good. It was the clutch that went out when I took it to the guy that had the clutch replacement.
Alright, it's day 3 of the rally, Lemons Rally. I'm just leaving Colonial Heights, Virginia. The Daytona has been doing just fine. Wish I had some better fuel system in here, but other than that, it's, you know, it's a quirky little car. It's old, but it's doing just fine. We got to go haul another about 2.5 hours to our next destination. So this could be a long stretch, but I have faith we're gonna do it. All right, peace out. Let's get going. So we just drove 4 days, over 2,000 miles, only to sit right in front of Road Atlanta for 15 minutes because there's an accident right in front of Road Atlanta. How ironic is that? How ironic. I don't know, I can't tell you. We were on time and then this happened and now we're late.
Everyone's late.
After all that. After all of that, here we are, stuck in traffic, less than half a mile away. Will we make it? I don't know.
I don't know where it is. It's in front of
Behind
us.
us.
Behind us. Behind us.
And here comes the cavalry. We are 0.4 miles from the dang entrance. All right, there it is. 2,000 miles, 4 days. The Daytona made it. The Star Chief made it. Kind of. Daytona made it. Pretty much sitting 7 years, no floors. And we're here now. And, you know, we were sitting outside for 20 minutes because there's an accident at the entrance. We could not get in. Let's take a look at the cars that also arrived so far. We got a stinking Lincoln pulling in over there. A Peugeot, AMC Eagle, Subaru Baja, trash wagon, trash master wagon, another stinking Lincoln, the Russian Mustang, kind of a Lemon's car, I guess. Oh, he took his stickers off. It said Al's VCR repair on the side before. It was great. So that was fantastic. Camper and a crowd, Jeff and Kevin. That crowd. So that's it. Oh yeah, the mini dash van, which is a van body screwed on top of a Mini Cooper. This thing is great. It's actually a Mini Cooper.
Oh my!
It's actually a Mini Cooper.
We just bolted.
Yeah, and it's just got a Astro van body on it. Jazz hands, Pontiac. Oh, it's funny. The R Class was in the rally. That's a rental because somebody's car blew up. And that, I was just walking through the paddocks and look at this. L-body Charger. Yeah, all kids out. Lemons Racer. Alright, well, whoever you are, hello.
Blocking both lanes, and nobody can get it. So, I know I kept on saying you must be present to win. Well, fuck that rule for this one because there's a semi stuck on the road and no one can pass. So, there you go. Okay, so we're going to start off. I really appreciate everyone coming. I hope you had a good time. I hope I didn't know you too much. First, let's thank Eric. He helps. He's the boss, actually. And let's have my co-pilot, Kevin. He knows more about cars, so there we go. So let's just get straight to it.
Everybody give it up for your rally.
So, start off with honorable mentions. It'll be up to Eric if you get a prize or not. So the first award is a Beef Squatch Award. That goes to Beef It's for Winners in the 2000 Pontiac Vibe. Are you here? Honorable mention is the Blue Dart Award. That goes to the Lawn Darts, the 1969 Dodge Dart Custom. Okay, next we're going to have our regional award. That's just someone from Pennsylvania that doesn't suck. I think we know which Pennsylvania car, or bus in this case, committed the most illogical moves. I heard that they drove to the top of the Pawpaw Canal and then drove backwards down the Pawpaw Canal. So obviously, it's... Sorry. I just try to, I just can't imagine a bus going backwards down the fucking hill. So, the Back the Bus Up Award goes to I like big buses and I cannot lie, the 1990 International whatever it is. So the Judges Award, these guys are really weird. I think they're also from Pennsylvania, probably. Their name is apparently a Pennsylvania thing. Yeah. So this is the Wash Out the Sand Out of Your Car Award. That goes to the Scoops. I think I don't know if they're here actually. I'm not sure. No, you're here. I keep on getting texts. No one actually says who they are. Okay, hey. Yeah. So, are they here? I don't think they are. I think we would know if they were here. So, the Least Race Award goes to Push the Button Max in the 1966 Plymouth Valley. Yeah. The whole time, no matter how annoyed you were, you're the same character. Oh, God. That's true. Alright, so the random acts of stupidity, we had to give an award to one of the Peugeots. And then they went and got tattoos. And I thought that was weird, but then I remembered that I have a Lemons Rally tattoo too. So it's not that weird. So the Holy Cow, That's Permanent Award goes to the French Dispatch of their 1986 505 Peugeot. Probably already know, because you hopefully know how to use Google Sheets by now. I still don't very well. You sent me messages about how I had your points wrong. So, number 3, in 3rd place, in the 1988 AMC Eagle, Mom Likes Me Best.
Yeah!
Number 2 in points, it's our other 505 Peugeot, but in diesel form, the Krusty Crate. Surprise to anyone because it's 2 cars in one. Honestly, if I showed up to a rally and then that showed up, I just would have gone home. Once again, it's Team Punch Wrap in the 2005 minivan.
That's awesome. I think it's good.
Okay, so you see, we give out wrestling belts for trophies. So we'll get your information, and then you'll tell us what you want on your wrestling belt. And then, your wrestling belt. Now, one thing I really like is if you bring a wrestling belt to another rally, I want you to challenge other people to challenge you. All right, it's been a lot of fun. Sorry it was an hour late, but somebody's bad at driving. Oh, now the fucking semi's going. Seriously, semi? Oh, man. Anyways, fuck everybody else. You guys have a good time. Stay safe. One more reminder, we can't block in the race cars. You're welcome to stay, but just find a normal parking spot. There's a little parking paddock down there next to that Winnebago and that white car.
Let's block them in.
And up by the tower. We're going to touch the tower. Road plan will be very excited. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you.
Welcome to Ohio.
There we are, officially pulled into the garage. This is not a multiple take deal. This is a first shot. 60,659. I don't remember what it was when we left, but I believe it was 57 something. I think it was high 57s. As you can probably hear, it's chugging a little bit, and it's getting hot. I've been having to add water the whole time. I have the fan relay. I gotta turn it off. I had the fan relay wired to run the fan the whole time. The relay failed. We may have popped the head gasket in Atlanta. So I've been driving it easy the entire time since. Before that happened, it was detonating like crazy. So I think what may have been the what might be the and it might not be anything wrong with it. I don't know yet. You know, it may have bad radiator cap for all I know. But what I think is very possible was that we were running lean the whole time because I believe the injectors were clogged the whole time, or we had a fuel flow issue, and I believe we had higher cylinder temps, and I believe that's possible. That killed the head gasket because I could hear it detonating a lot every time we got on it. But we're here, we're home. And at some point then the fan relay failed, so it was a perfect storm. So that's it, 60,000 focus. Maybe I'll zoom 6659. And we'll have to review some footage to look at what the number was before. But and the speed sensor is bad, so this reads about 10% low, 8 to 10% low. So if you're doing if it says 75, you're doing well over probably 86, 87 miles an hour at 75. So yeah, we know the speedometer is way off, which means the mileage is way off. So we're going to add 10% to the mileage. I think it's close to 3,000. So that's that. Technically, the Daytona made it. Not in spectacular fashion, but we're here. And I am tired. That's 6 days of driving a car that was left for dead, pretty much. I mean, I think whoever traded it in the dealership in 2014 or so, it's pretty much the last time the thing saw road duty. So yeah, to suddenly wake the car up and get her going around the country like we just did, I don't know. I think everybody thought this car would be dead. Kind of is. We'll see what's wrong. I have some ideas for this car. Trying to disable the cooling fan. Couldn't find a relay out on the road, believe it or not, for a 37-year-old car. Come on, I only got one hand. There we go, fan. Alright, just first step in compression check says remove the plugs. I did not change the plugs before the rally. But there they are. Sorry I can't stand perfectly still. But there's a little bit of storytelling there, huh? These are in order, by the way, 1 through 4. So, let's keep going.